Capricorn, this is Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot. I'm here to do your May 2019 mid-month general reading. Oops. If you're new to my channel, hi, how are you? And I'm so glad you could pop in and see me. And if you've been here before, I really do appreciate your support. It means a lot. Let's see, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but if it does, or if you just like the video, you can like, subscribe, or share. I would love that. And if you want to write me a comment, that would be awesome. And then it'll help me to connect with your later readings, to connect with you. Let's see. If you're a mom or if you're celebrating Mother's Day, I would love to say Happy Mother's Day. All right. A couple more shuffles and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Capricorn, May 2019 mid. Okay. Oops, oh, that just popped up. All right. Okay, and your energy that popped out is the Page of Pentacles. And this page is, it's a beginning, or it's a new beginning. And it's an earth energy, and it's a new beginning in creation and a desire to form a possible, like, monetary goal or like a new job or a new hobby or something that you want to build upon. So you're feeling like growing something, okay? All right, let's see if we could expand on that story a little bit. Okay, we have the Emperor, and the Emperor came up in reverse. And when he's in the reverse, he's a little bit of a tyrant, so he's kind of, he's kind of like, yeah, he's a tyrant, he's rigid, he's cold, all right? And that's the energy he projects out. Now, I don't know if that's you, if that's somebody that you know, either in work or at home or in your personal space, or well, in your environment. Okay, so let's see how that goes. And this is the energy of, you know, where you're present. This is your present energy, I'm sorry. All right, then we have the Four of Wands, and this is your desire, you know, what you're looking to do. And you got the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is, the Four of Wands is like all about community and home and celebration. So something's going on that you're feeling very happy about, and you're feeling the need to celebrate. Okay, and yeah, so that's what you want to be doing, and this is going to be what's going to help you. And this is the Devil in reverse. And when the Devil comes up in reverse, he is, how do I say this? You're becoming unbound from something. Like, so something was holding you in as far as by your own actions. You were voluntarily chained to, you were voluntarily changed to something. And when he's in the reverse, you're actually breaking away from that. So I don't know if it was possibly an addiction or, you know, some kind of schemy things that you had going on where you didn't, you know, maybe you got involved in things that you really shouldn't have done. Maybe you had some inhibitions going on that you didn't really want to be doing, but you were, you know, and it really could be, you know, smoking and drinking and gambling. anything in that realm. So apparently you're breaking free of that. And if you are, that is what's going to give you cause to celebrate, because you're feeling better about something in your life, something that you wanted to be done with, okay? But your opposing energies is coming up, that the Two of Cups, and that's a unity. And that kind of makes me wonder, all right? Now, it might not be a romantic unity. It could be platonic. It could just be people in your circle, just somebody that you have a tight bond with. I mean, maybe it's friendships that have gone back a long time where, you know, maybe there was a point where you together got involved in some stuff. I mean, you know, just even growing up with people. I don't want to say we've all done it, but I know I have, where you've got involved in things that your friends were doing, you know, because, hey, they're all doing it now. But sometimes it takes a hold of people way further than you would think it would. You know, like whereas, you know, we're all sitting there and doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing as teenagers and early 20s, but come around to your 30s and 40s, you're still doing it. Well, and where they have gone from that. So it's very possible if you brought these people back into your present, you brought them back into your now, it might happen again. And it's weird. I mean, I actually have to tell this personal story because it's true. I used to smoke. I loved to smoke. Loved it when I was growing up. I mean, I think I started when I was a kid, you know, like joking, like 11 or 12. We didn't really have any, all back then, all the parents smoked, everybody smoked. So, you know, you swipe a couple cigarettes from your family and, you know, from your mom and dad, and you go out into the back of the woods and smoke. And I started, and it was kind of like a habit, and eventually as life went on, I did stop. But I did have to go back to my old neighborhood where I had moved away from for a while ago. And I had to go back to a neighborhood, my old neighborhood for a little while, got with my old friends, and all I wanted to do was smoke. I couldn't believe how much every time I'm sitting there, I'm like, why do I want to, I hadn't had a cigarette in 10 years. But I wanted to. And then I thought, oh God, am I going to start this again? Because it seemed like that. And then it was like, oh, I'm going to be a social smoker. I'm just going to do it every now and then. Then I went back again for something else. And when I came home that night, well, the next morning I felt like I had an elephant on my chest and kind of decided I didn't want to do that anymore. But it was a trigger. They actually triggered me because I had a great time. I was having a good time and I was thinking back to things and, you know, like reliving, you know, the fun, careless time of my life. And it was a trigger. So that could be the situation here. That's things that you had been doing with people for whatever reason, good times. I mean, you were having fun. And that could be what could hold you back from stopping it. Like, you know, this could be your opposing force, all right? Not that it's a bad people force, but it just, that is what could trigger you, if that's what this is, okay? Now the outcome, though, is your Nine of Cups, and that would mean that you have succeeded. You have the ability to succeed if you put your mind to it in a certain way. But let me just see, why are you being Emperor, though? The Emperor being rigid and cold, not sure what this energy is. And if you're wanting to build something or start something, that makes sense with the Page, because he is a new beginning to something that you feel passionate about, that you want to definitely get involved. But what else can you tell me for Capricorn? What else can you tell me for my Cappies about mid-May? What can be good for mid-May for my Cappies? Too many. Mid-May for Cappies. All right, the Judgment. All right, okay. Well, got the Judgment card. And this is like assessing your situation. So it's like a self-assessment. So maybe you're looking at it and going, okay, well, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Not wanting to do this. I want this. But maybe I can't have this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're looking at the situation, where it is now, and what you want to do with it. And so, okay, you're having a self-assessment, judging that. What about the Emperor? What can you tell me about this reverse Emperor? I'm not getting this. Why is the reverse Emperor here? I'm thinking if you are having the Emperor feelings and you're actually trying to shed the bondage of the devil, it could be that's why you're having the feelings of the Emperor, because you're feeling tyranny, is that a word? You're feeling like a tyrant, you're feeling rigid, and because you're trying to shed this stuff that used to make you feel free and happy and, good times. And maybe you feel kind of rigid because you feel like you have to do that, I think. And maybe it makes you feel like, you have to be a certain kind of way about it to be able to succeed in that situation. Because then you have the High Priestess. Now, she popped up. She's like, she is very intuitive. So she has she's very good at intuiting the aspects of life, or her life, her life. And she goes within and she could find out different things about herself, and she's able to get that out, so you would be able to look into yourself and say, okay, well, this obviously isn't good for me, so this would be better. And that would be a part of the it's part of the self-assessment, the judgment. You're using her energy or her intuitiveness to use your self-assessment to break your bonds here. So you'd be able to celebrate. All right. And let's see. What about the Two of Cups? What can you tell me about the Two of Cups from my Cappies? The Two of Cups. What can you tell me about the Two of Cups for the Cappies? Okay, and that came up King of Cups. Now he's an energy, he wants to get involved with people and have intimate relationships, like platonic intimate relationships, romantic even, but platonic. And it sounds like with the friendship thing that I was just talking about, that you had tight bonds. This is something, you had tight bonds with these people, but this is also the energy of being afraid of getting hurt. So maybe you're feeling like if you're not being involved in this anymore, that you won't have this anymore. So maybe you're afraid of being hurt by that situation because they're still involved in it and you don't want to be involved in it. And that's why you're feeling rigid. Let's see, what else can you tell me about the Cappies? What else can you tell me for Cappies in May and mid-month? May, mid-month, what else can you tell me about the Cappies? What can I let them know? Okay, well, the Seven of Cups came up, and this means that you have a lot of options. You have choices and delusions, okay, and options. You can make these decisions that you need to make, and you have options around you, and it's just a matter of choosing the right ones and not looking at certain options that are not really there or not. It's like not so much illusions, but not having the kind of mind thought that, well, if I do this, this, and this, then I can make this happen, or if I do that. But you have to be realistic on what options you actually have that can make everything go down the way you want it to go down, okay? Because you have to accept the fact that if you feel like these are the kind of people that will not support you when you're trying to get rid of whatever's been clinging to you, they're probably not the best for you, even though they might have been at one time, but you might have grown out of them. And if they don't like that and they can't accept you for that fact, then it might be time to separate, that friendship bond. But then again, they might be like perfectly fine with it and think that it's a good idea, and they might decide to jump on that bandwagon where they want to shove that away too. Am I talking weird? Yeah. Shove that away too. So it could be one of two ways. It's just a matter of how you put it out there like that. I mean, if it's just something where, you know, you can go and be with them and not have to partake in whatever it is that you don't want to partake in, then that's fine. But if they're going to be like the, you know, everybody's doing it and you should do this and why don't you can't do it, then you're not going to want to be around that anymore because it's just too much pressure for you, because then that means you're losing a battle you didn't even get a chance to get into. Because, you know, it's like respecting everybody's choices. But, all right, let me see if there's anything else, and then we will close up. Anything else for the Cappies for mid-month in May? Anything else for me? I'm throwing stuff at me all over the place. Hold on a second. Mid-month in May. Mid-month in May. Anything else for the Cappies mid-month in May? Are you done talking to me? I guess he is. Well. Okay. The Queen of Wands popped out. And she's an energy of, like, she's strong and she's generous and she's very good with, like, multitasking and making decisions. So I'm thinking this is a good energy for you to take on when you decide that you're going to broach it with whoever you're going to broach it with. You know, she prioritizes really good. She can multitask and do things, and she's very wise. So this is the type of energy that you can take on to get past the hurdles over here. And, you know, be able to celebrate and get to your happy. Okay, this is just comfort and luxury and emotional stability where you feel good about yourself because you were able to get rid of what you didn't want. All right, so hopefully, oops, I'm shaking the table, I'm sorry. Hopefully it makes sense to you, and if it does, if you can write me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Thumbs up, a subscribe, that would be awesome if you want to share it. And then I will be seeing you in March, April, May, June. All right, I'll be seeing you in June. And again, happy Mother's Day if you're celebrating. Have a wonderful rest of your May. See ya.